Oh yeah, there's officially not enough hours a day. That's what's going on there, man.
Yeah, that's Justin.
How you doing? Hey, let's salutate in proper now that we're in company. Yeah, yeah. Oh, now you're talking. Now you're cooking with grease there.
Grease.
Now I'm actually not going to use this because I want you guys to be able to hear what's going on. This thing that I have created for y'all. Now I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. This thing, I don't know if it's because I created it and I'm biased, but I think it's the tool that could have been made long ago, right? Long ago. Never was. I'm sure it was made in different ways, right? I know it was made in different ways, right?
Right.
But this tool is the kind of tool that I needed, you needed, that we all needed. And it was just overlooked. The tool was overlooked, right? Something that we've been talking about a lot in the Dirty Dojo. Oh, and by the way, aloha. This is the Dirty Dojo. I'm Sifu Z. That over there is Sifu Chad.
That's right. It is Saturday. Huh. Mine wasn't either, man. Mine was.
You make that the image shortcut and add it to your phone. So I'm going to make a video of that, but apparently I need to redo the instructional video for the wizard because you know, teaching is fascinating because you do your best to try to explain something and you think you got it. Well, guess what? If people don't understand, you ain't got it. It's just that simple, you know. And you can go, "Oh, they're stupid." No, you're stupid. You didn't teach it right. I don't know if you ever had this in school, but you would have to write instructions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it was always funny because then the next day people would come and they would have you make the peanut butter and jelly sandwich while the other person was reading the instructions telling you how to do it. And very rarely could anybody, when they read the instructions bit by bit, actually make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Wow,
it's a super valuable lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, so I try to do a demo and I just put in 4 fortunes. I thought I followed the instructions right. Maybe I didn't. And then I saved it and then I sent it in, but I didn't get any notification if whether or not it was sent in or not. So, or shared.
Aha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna show everything right here to kind of, because it's super simple, right? Curry Prods 13, aloha. So it's super simple. It's Ziegler8.com is where you go. Like I said, I made an icon, but I didn't make one for my tablet. So, and on Ziegler8.com, there is the menu, and the menu shows Wizard app. So you click Wizard app.
Right.
Now, if you click it, there's also a menu, and it gives you some other apps, because I actually have a good handful of apps that I've made, but I just don't have time to get them all together and make all that for them. But oh, thank you, Curry. Um, so there's the Wizard. It just hit Wizard app again, and yeah, there we go. And then this takes you to the instructions. So these are both video instructions. You just tap the image, and that gives you video instructions. And then these are written instructions. From here, you can get to every part of the Wizard app, I guess you could call it. If you already know what you're doing, then you just click go to the Wizard, and it takes you to the orb. Now, my mother, and she called back, and she says it doesn't work. I'm like, well, what doesn't work? She says, oh yeah, it's just a black dot. I'm like, okay, yeah, I didn't do the right job. I didn't do my job. Right? If you want your mom to use it, then well, you got to explain it so even your mother would understand, right? So, mom, watching, this one's for you. It doesn't do anything. You touch it. Oh, I don't know what I have in here. See, because you load it and then it's yours. It doesn't, like, when you load it, it doesn't load for everyone. It's just loaded and only you hear it. So let's understand that. This is a very private thing that we have here. You can share it. I've made it so you can share it. So you touch it. Oh, okay, here we go.
I like how unique your perspective is.
Oh, there we go. This one is the compliments one. I made one where, and oh, this is how you do this, by the way. There we go. Make sure
You
that
gotta get better
Bluetooth is off.
use an actual speaker.
So this is, I've been using it this way, and if you just use your phone, put this. Make sure it's all on here. So I just put this in my back pocket. It's bizarre, because then people actually think it's this when I play it, right? So this is what's called the compliment generator. Now, normally it's the phone.
The compliment.
And I just casually have the phone in my hand or in my pocket, right? So then when someone says, because people say a lot of messed up things. And so what I do is I just casually just
You make me think, and that's valuable.
Did you hear that? Now let me turn this up full blast so they can hear it. Yeah. So somebody says something mean. I go, okay.
You're quick on your feet.
Yeah, right? Little comeback.
You're fearless. That's rare.
You're fearless. That's
Yeah. You say something mean to me, I go,
You dummy.
That comeback had style. I'll give you that.
here's another one.
I like your confidence. It's strong.
You see? You see? That's a very Hawaiian. In anything and then make me say that's funny and cool, and that's your freaking mind.
Well, it is kind of funny.
Yeah, but what happened with the voice was the old version of this was my voice for everybody, and I'm paying for that on top of it because you have to use an API for that. So, so I'm like, what are you doing, man? So now this is the cool thing is you can get the ball right, and you can just grab the ball and just it disappears. You see? Yeah. And look, you scroll, it's nowhere. Oh, but there's the wizard. Press the wizard, and you go into the control center. Yeah. Yeah. Now in the control center, you can just type in there whatever you want. And then, well, first you hit clear, right? You hit clear. And then you type in, or if you're lazy, you just say, this is a really wonderful app. You can do so many things with it. It belonged in my life many years, and now you are finally here. I want to caress you. I want to, oh, no. Okay, never mind. Right? You can just put that in there, right? You don't have to do it. And then you hit save.
Mm-hmm.
Hit save, and you hit open wizard. That's it. That's it.
Okay, I was trying
This is a really wonderful app. You can do so many things with it. It belonged in my life many years, and now you are finally here. I want to caress you. I want to. Oh no. No, okay, never mind.
Right? So you can just have it say a phrase, or you can have it read a whole book, I guess, if you want.
This is a really wonderful app. You can do so many things with it. It belonged in my life many years, and now you are finally here. I want to caress you. I want to. Oh no. No, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So you can do that with it, right? Whenever you want to get to the control center, you just go down to the bottom of the page. All right. If you didn't know how I did that little trick. And you hit clear, and that clears everything. And now if I wanted, I could just set to remaster, or reset to master. Now,
yeah, which is the default answer.
Yeah, and so then you hit save, open wizard. And now what this does, it used to be the parables. Now it just teaches you.
Touch refresh if you lose your way, and my magic orb will return to its original state.
So now what it does in its default state is just teaches you how to use it.
Touch clear and my magic orb will wipe the current library, leaving you free to inscribe another.
Yeah.
Slide down below my magic orb and touch the wizard to curate which libraries appear in the shuffle.
So it it can be very basic. And then as you figure out how to use it, right? They get, yeah, and this is how you make the orb disappear. You just use your thumb to slide up and you grab it and make it disappear. Isn't that cool? Yeah. There you go.
That was a cool
Now,
trick.
this is where the real fun begins. Is you go to libraries, and now you've got all these libraries that I stay up late at night creating. And what you do is you just any list, you cut and paste any list. You can have Chat GPT or whatever make a list. You say, hey, make a list of whatever, right? And then curate it. Make sure it's not saying something retarded. And then you plug it in. If you want to save it, you can save it to your phone. If you want to share it, you can share it in various ways. I'll show you that in just a minute. But because we're doing martial arts today, I'm going to go to the martial arts. And then it shows me the martial arts. I'm going to put quick links at the top so you can get to, but there's only one here right now, and that's Wing Chun. So, but there will be more here. There will be probably jujitsu and all my favorite martial arts are going to be here. All of them. We also, okay, so this is of interest to us guys because this is what our, I called it homework, but it's not homework. This is life's work right here. This right here. That's it. This is it. This is it. I don't know if I said that properly. I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm saying things properly. This is it. So if this is wrong, we're wrong. If this is not precise, we are not precise. This is it, guys. You take this, you copy it onto your own unit. You just copy it right there, copy, and then you paste it into your phone, wherever, right? And then you start working on your Wing Chun. You see where I'm getting at there? This makes this Wing Chun, you make this Wing Chun your Wing Chun. Now, hey, Brittany, hold on. You can, now I've done this for us. This is, I did this for us. This wizard, this is for me, this is for us. I'm on this thing 24. I'm on this thing. I wake up with this thing and I go to sleep with it because when I wake up, it's reciting my day's activities that I need to do. It's not giving me mundane, do this and this and this. No, it's just blah, 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 blah. It's getting my brain going on the things I need to do. Sometimes the list isn't right. It's not, the order isn't right. And then as I get them done, I just take them right off the list in the control center. You see? Then, as I'm trying to learn something, okay, I need to start doing some algebra. Boom, I pull up the algebra. I start getting my brain going on the algebra before I really start writing formulas down and stuff, right? Coding, same thing. Wilderness travel, same thing. Every topic. Okay, I need a break. I need to laugh. I start going into the jokes, the insults, the stuff like that. I need to go deep. Philosophy. Let me check out Hitchens. Let me check out Randy. Let me check out Bucky. And this is just the beginning, guys. But this is the most important. If for some reason you don't like the app, okay, then this, just this. This is everything, man. Now, something that, I'll reveal this. This is the layer for the Z8 clones. See? So now you get all these information sets. You refine the information sets. So this way they're very legible for the local AI clones that we're working on. Super important.
Yeah.
And it's also relevant to other people. This is not AI just giving you the homogenized AI version. You're customizing it, you're personalizing it. This is not even my version, because what we do is we get this, and now there's Wing Chun Sifu Chad. Then there's this Sifu Z. There's this, whoever you are out there. You take this very solid, very vetted information, and then you make it your own. And then you can share it. You can say, hey, we only certain people, because none of this goes online, right? Only the default goes online, the orb that tells you how to use it. Everything else, unless you put it up on, you give it to me to put it up on the library, it stays. It's like Vegas. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So check this out. We hit copy. We go to the control center. We hit clear. We paste. We save, and then we open the wizard. Now we have
Elbow energy is the hidden power. Guard it well. Release it with precision.
reference to the Mukjung, right? Because if you're working the Mukjung and your elbow is in the wrong place, then your energies are in the wrong place. Everything's wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Just don't feel right, and it hurts.
That's right. Now, again,
Inside gate control reminds you that closeness offers both danger and advantage.
Right? So this is so important, guys, because it gets you, our brains in this world, our brains are all over the place. So that's why I created the wizard, because the wizard can and whatever it is you need to focus on, or vice versa. Maybe you need to get wild and create just some random wild stuff that you want to refer to because you're too boxed in. Wherever you are on the spectrum, but mostly I'm talking about where thinking is like we're being pulled in so many directions. It's so important to be able to focus so you can pursue your will. That's why it's a wizard. It's like magic, man. It allows you to pursue your will, right? The libraries are just a starting point. You can add to the libraries, you can edit the libraries, you do whatever you want to the libraries and make them your own or share them. Hopefully share them, right? So now let's get with that. Let's say Chain
punching teaches relentless forward intent. Respond with what you do often.
Now there's a great example. Chain punching is what you do, and so you're supposed to respond in Wing Chun with a bunch of chain punches. Well, that's not true. That needs to be edited. So let's just say we did the editing, right? We went in there and we hit the wizard. That wizard, by the way, is a homage to Randy. If you didn't, and
I really like it.
Get that. Thanks, man. And this is our Wing Chun. That's what we're working with. Let's just say we found that line, we made it what we wanted it to say. And I really need to edit this in a big way. I did this very quick. I left this as is because I want all of us to be involved in editing this and sharing it between, you know, you, me, and Justin, right?
Yeah.
And anybody else out there that if you do Wing Chun, you're welcome to do this. So you edit it, and then there's a couple ways you can export it. Now, export to text just allows you to download it, and that will just download it to your system or to your phone or tablet or laptop. So I don't want to download it. Let's say I want to share it. I hit share. Now I can do all the usual things: airdrop it, mail it. No, I don't want to mail it. You know, you've got all the usual options for sharing. Or if you just want to copy it and paste it into your own document.
A Word document or something, like notes.
Yeah, text, note, anything, whatever you want to paste it into. You can paste it if you're making movies. You know, you want to create like random dialogue. You know, it's just you really have to put your brain to it to start seeing where the value is in this tool. If you can export it, you can import it. So if you press import, then that just takes you to your files, and you could take whatever files that you have already and just plop it in there. It's super, super easy, super, super useful. Essentially, any writing text that you have that you want to randomize, and you need to like learn it, you need to understand this text, you throw it in there. Jokes, like I use this when I go out all the time. Whenever I don't leave home without it, I go out, I go outside, and I just like uh, I even have an insults thing. So sometimes I'll just press insults or compliments or jokes. I have George Carlin is in here, right? You could do George Carlin. So it's just then when, like I said, when I have to study, I just pull up the topic that I'm studying. So you can import anything, you can export it to your phone. This is interesting. The preview random, what that does is it just allows you to see if your list is functioning properly. So sometimes if you don't have spaces between, it will read as all one. So if you want it to read as all one, just take spaces away.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a way to have the magic ball respond with the prompts in an order, like a instruction list, perhaps?
Okay. The reason I don't do that,
Yeah.
and I could toggle it so you could just say sequential. So I may add that, but I just don't think that. I think that there's plenty of things that do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you could just read.
Okay.
This is also kind of it's making use of, because if you want to learn anything, the list is not the way to go. This is I'm glad you asked this question.
Yeah, I
pondered
curious, it. You know, I figured.
Yeah, I pondered it bigly, greatly, and um, and I might add it later. But the thing is I don't really, you know, in my heart of hearts, I don't want that, but I might add it. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
Right.
would be.
You just Essentially, you turn random off.
Yeah, you just
know?
delete that line.
Also, if you know any sort of basic CSS, you could just go into the HTML code of your own, because I'm making this downloadable, and you can customize the code to make it do even more stuff. You know,
Okay.
make it do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. So, but for now, I'm leaving that button off. I want it to be a random generator because it has to. I have enough things that are making me do A, B, C, D, 2, 3, 4. I have enough things that are doing that. What I need is something that mixes things up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's randomizing is, you know, okay. Here's my one case in point. If you weren't able to properly mix things up, imagine talking and spelling. You'd have to start with A before you got all the way to Z. You see? To Z, to go right to Y, right? Because you know it well enough. So, you know, sequential order is just what happens when you're writing shit down. Notice you always have to then go back and put that list in order, right? So, okay, well, but that's natural. We all do that. Everything does that. Humans do that. Life doesn't do that, but humans do it. So the wizard is trying to do a very particular thing for you here, essentially randomized.
Okay.
But I say like the magic eight ball, but on steroids. And now, I think we've gone over all of the buttons here, except for the reload control, which is just, you know, you reload the whole thing to go back to the defaults. The only thing I haven't talked about here are the voices. If you have an AI voice, you can assign your on your device. This goes, okay, what voices do you have on your device? And then this lets you choose them. Right. However, you can also go here to the voice output, and you could put your API in from whatever service that you have a voice, an AI voice. The AI voices take this to another level because then the voice inflection is much more realistic, right? But you know, I made it so it's not the default. I made it so it will just be on your device. Like I said, I made it. I have in my own voice, so anybody that went and used this, it just there are thousands of hits on my voice off of my API. I'm like, oops, right? That costs money. So if you're doing that, you gotta be cognizant. So now it's just on your device if you want your own local voice. So otherwise, it just uses your device voice. The nicest device voice, by the way, is on your laptop. Voices on them. So if you want to have a good audio experience with the wizard, use it on your laptop. There will be a downloadable version, so you could just put this on your phone or on your laptop and use it offline. So that's coming. And that's it, man. That's everything. It's actually really simple. You can just simply hit or any of these links here that say wizard. I made sure wizard is all over the place on every page. Right. The thing that was upgraded was now you can you can, take the ball and make it disappear, and then go to the reload. I just get a kick out of that.
Magic trick. So good.
I had to add an actual magic trick.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really helps with the aspect and of it. It's really cool.
Yeah, and because you want to play with it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. This is meant to be played with. It's not like some homework. And well, as far as Wing Chun goes, yeah, we can do work on this. But as far as just every day, man, there's so much fun you can have with this. Like, if you know a lot about a person, you can put a list about like them, and then when you see them, just la 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 la, press in your pocket or something, press the button, and then it will just start saying facts about them. You
Like,
can
don't clean
you can
after
pretend. Yeah. You can pretend like you're using it like you can pretend like you're using it like an AI, even though it's not an AI. Okay, let me give you an example of that. Right, we're still on the Wing Chun. Here, let's do a fun example. We'll go to the library. We'll go to jokes or insults. Let's do insults. Insults are always fun. We can take it here, right? Insults. We're going to be having a library of insults. You know that. Just go right to the wizard control. Wizard control. Clear. Paste. Save. And open wizard. It's that easy, right? Does this make sense now?
Yeah.
It does. Okay. So you say things like, what do you think of that person?
Your proof even mistakes can be consistent.
Let's get the.
That's good. You're proof that even mistakes can be consistent.
So you can, like, in other words, like somebody says something to you, right? And then you just go
You
like
have
this.
something rare. Talent for being wrong every time.
Yeah, see? You can pretend like it's like, oh, my AI
Your
heard.
proof even broken clocks can be wrong all day.
Yeah.
You should come with a warning label. Battery not included.
Yeah, battery not included. It's just a little random.
You bring everyone so much joy when you leave the room.
Yeah, see, there's so much you can do with this. One of the things I just added was a rock trivia. So it says the line, and then you have to figure out what the song is before it tells you what the song is. So you can use it to gamify things. You can use it to list things. You can use it, but mostly for, well, not mostly. I mostly like using it for learning things. I'm not gonna lie, I use it a lot just to goof around because I enjoy laughing. I enjoy looking at people's faces. I even got a Christian chapter in here so that way I can communicate effectively with my Christian brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So it's wonderful to see the smile on their face. Amen. Okay. So so we'll change the library. And let's just here pick a category.
I have to read backwards. Let's pick um survival.
Oh, survival.
Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, because you're a
Copy.
plethora of survival information. I actually have a home out in about a week, and I'm gonna take him out in the back country for his first time.
Always hit save before you open the wizard, so that way it knows to talk about what you're doing there. Now, I'm glad you picked this one because one of the ones I'm hoping to come from you is lifeguarding tips, and then you can like just say, ask AI to make you a list of critical lifeguarding tips. You vet the list real quickly, and then boom, you send it to me. We're good to go.
I've got one tip:
Uh,
watch the water.
yeah. And the okay, well that's
That's the simple one.
Also, the geoscience. I just slammed that up there. I put it up there for you to vet and to fix and to customize. Hopefully, you'll share that with me so I can update that in the library.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is for survival
on the ocean. Use rhythmic signal or flashlight for rescue.
Oh, flashlights for ocean rescue. Probably about.
In the desert, use reflective surfaces to flash signals during daylight.
Yeah. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever carried a mirror reflector. I might be wrong. No, that's wrong. I have. I just never use it, but I carry them. You forget you have them because you're usually in your first aid kit.
Lightning storms in the mountains require moving away from peaks and isolated trees.
Yeah, so nice, solid advice. If you miss that bit of advice, you can die. I've been on the mountain on the wrong time of day, and when I had long hair, and would watch my hair just rise up. I'm like, that's scary, man.
In cold climates, insulate yourself from the ground with pine boughs or clothing to avoid hypothermia.
Yeah, that's too real for me.
Mm-hmm.
Snow in the mountains can be compacted into bricks to build a windbreak shelter.
Oh, hell yeah. I've made snow shelters that worked really well. Even pretty recently, like a few years back, I made one.
Desert nights can be freezing. Use rocks heated by the sun as improvised warmers.
Yeah, and you can even heat up rocks on a fire, and then when after you put the fire out, you can lay on the hot rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of bury them and make it all flat in dirt. Works really well, right? Especially it'll heat you up, especially if you're out and you've got nothing, right?
Yeah. Use rock overhangs or caves for shelter, but check for wildlife before settling in.
I gotta tell you how many times I've done that and then saw the scat from like a bear or a mountain lion or something. I go, man. And you don't want to be there. A lot of times people go and they ignore that or they don't look for it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, and then a bear came in. I mean, that's happened often. Yeah, it's because that's where they live. It's one of their spots.
How?
At sea, look for cloud formations. They often build above land masses.
Oh, cloud formations above land masses.
Uh-huh.
The ocean demands patience. Survival can take days or weeks awaiting rescue.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine a week out at sea?
Wilson!
All right, one more. So you'll notice this is sort of like a black hole. It is not just an magic 8-ball. Just kind of might be one concept there. There you go. Now it's the size of a magic 8-ball, right?
In deserts, metal containers can distill water using heat and condensation.
Yes.
Oh wow, I never knew that. That's nice to know. Because I mean that
yeah.
I want to
So you can see why an offline version of this is, to me, going to be really important, because I want to be able to use this out in the field. I want to be able to use this, in wilderness situations. Um, Having an extensive library that's finely curated, right? And the information,
Yeah.
In deserts, watch the horizon shimmer. Mirages can mislead. Trust your compass.
right? Well, you got your earpiece on, you're walking on the trail to the trailhead,
In deserts, cold mornings may allow longer travel before heat rises.
right? I mean, you're just refreshing stuff that you should remember. It's always, when people like perish, you always hear, and it was on it was on like something stupid, you know, and usually it's because the basics are always taken for granted, especially the better you get, or, the higher level you get. The basics are taken for granted. The guy that taught me mountaineering, Jim Ratz from the National Outdoor Leadership School, he died solo climbing while he was setting up a rappel.
Oof.
He was just setting up a rappel and he just, oops, fell. Like, it's just something you don't do, right? You always anchor yourself in before you set up your rappel. And so, and it's what's ironic is I almost got thrown off the course for free climbing Mount Fremont, not Mount Fremont, Circuit of Towers. I did like this 3,000 face climb, soloed it, and I almost died. I got almost about 500 feet to the top, and I couldn't get the rest of the way. Then I fell a little bit, but I didn't die, and it was a harrowing experience. He found out about, almost got thrown off the course for doing that. So ironically, he dies falling. Right? Yeah. I say, if there's a God, she's got a great sense of irony. Yeah, that's it.
If adrift on the ocean, build a sunshade to prevent heat stroke.
Yeah, yeah. So the Wizard app. I don't think there's anything more I can say about it, other than you can put languages in here and just practice phrases. Again, you can use your own voice. Go up. It only costs $4 a month or so to create your own voice API, like on 11 Labs. So if you can shake $4, go get your own voice, and you can slap it on the orb or anything, right?
Just just make up a voice, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
voice act something.
Exactly. You can have any celebrity speak. You can essentially, through the control center, you can make this speak like anything you want. So
Dude,
it's a lot more than just a randomizer magic orb, because of the massive amount of libraries that we have available and that are building. You know, this is just 2 days worth of libraries. These libraries, by the way, are called fortunes. So you change the fortune in the wizard, in the magic 8 ball. That's it. Now with martial arts, we're gonna go back to martial arts. You can use this for training sessions, like we're going to do right now. Is you and Clear, paste, and save. Clear, paste, and save. I should put those buttons in that order. Clear, paste, and save. Open wizard. Okay, everybody. Yes. So the two things that I'll be doing soon is giving you really concise instructions to make this into an icon. But you can, like I said, you can take this wizard, cut and paste that to your device, and then you can make that the icon for this web page. So you just open it. If you're on an iPhone, it's shortcuts. Just go to shortcuts, look up shortcuts on your iPhone, and put the URL. This is WIZ8RD.com/wizard, right? WIZ8RD. It's actually WIZ8RD. It's a take on WIZ8RD is a take on Star Wars. Like R2D2, WIZ8RD. Get it? Wizard, WIZ8RD.
WIZ8RD.
Yeah. I've gone super geek. That's right. Super geek. So yes, Ziegler8.com/WIZ8RD. And boom, you're there. So in your shortcut, that just put that URL, put that image, put it to your desktop, done. You've got an icon right on your phone. This pops up. You can hit the control. All right. Any questions about the wizard before we leave the wizard? Any questions on this? Anyone down below? Anyone up above? Questions about the wizard?
Show yourselves.
What's that?
I said, show yourselves.
See, that's exactly why this. You know, the criticisms. I would expect certain criticisms simply because. But this is the thing here, folks. AI is. Oh, by the way, if you go to computers, there's an AI and a large language model section. Will tell you all about large language models and the dangers of large models. Right. I'm going to create a whole nother chapter regarding local language models, which is what the whole company of Z8 is all about. So the issue here, folks, is that if you use AI improperly, it will be the end of you quickly. It will be the end of your intelligence. It will be the end of a lot of things, right? Because there's a lot of unscrupulous things that are happening within the AI. I mean, I could do right now. I could do. I'm glad I'm an older individual with some scruples, because with this technology alone, you could do some crazy stuff. Um, been saying this since the freaking 70s is use the analog to control digital. Use the use the digital to control the analog. Use the digital to control the analog. Okay, now we're in a different era now. It's all digital, just like it's all Chinese. We're in a different era. Now, the mantra is use the use how do I even say this? Use the offline software in order to control online entity. I don't know if that makes any sense there, but essentially, we're in modern times, man. So the saying gets a little bit more complicated. Well, essentially, this right. This is right now is Oh, that's in my ears now. I'm sorry. This is not AI. This is just simply a random quote generator. No big deal, right? Well, yeah, but the problem with random quote generators are one, the voice. I'm fine with the computer voice, but two is they're very limited, right? And it takes a while. I've done like flashcards before, and it takes a while to program and get them right. This takes on a laptop about 10 seconds to create a new set of fortunes. It takes about uh, I don't know, 3 minutes to research a set of fortunes and put them into here. It's really fast, right? Uh, I think that's it. We're done. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I took the speaker off, but I'll just say in my ear. This is the Wing Chun one.
I can't read it.
Yeah, I know.
It's too.
So let's say you're teaching, and in this case, Wing Chun. You of course, there's the sequential approach, right? You teach them the most important things in order, right? But then you've got your class like you guys, right? Where it's like, oh, no. And you cycle through concepts. And it's in your ears. So while classes getting together, you just kind of go through. You can even do this with the class. You can say, all right, let's pick a topic to talk about, right?
Or randomize
So
exercise.
in this one, it says horse stance builds stability and endurance, right? So what did that just trigger? Let's do it, guys. Horse stance. There you go. Wrists to the knees. And let's do some heel saws or Huan Sao or Hian Sao. 2,
Oh, I should have taken my sock.
3, 4. I'm going the wrong way. 4, 5.
I will constantly be sliding
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25,
Oh, there we go.
26, 27. What's that?
I had to take my socks off. I was just constantly being forced to.
29. It's 30. Make it 10
really
times
hard.
harder. We're one. Oh, 39. Did I do 39 already? There we go. 39 is bringing it in. And right side. Count them out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Bring it up high.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Nose level. Right
13.
above, right at the bridge of the nose.
15, 16, 17,
Both
8,
fists tight.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
And count us out with some double, would you?
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
And close. Left to the right. And release. Nice tight fist throughout that whole movement there. For these guys. For that hat.
Yes. Yesterday when
Haircut.
I was all set up and I put a metronome to 100 beats per minute and I did punches for 10 minutes and tried to do like, on the beat, bop bop, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 1 3 1, like I would do guitar training. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was fun.
Beautiful.
It was a lot of gosh, it was a lot.
That's a metronome for punches, huge. Even music, music can even be funner. Like I'll listen to Meshuggah and I will overtrain. If I listen to Meshuggah, I will overtrain. I'll do 3 albums worth of chain punches,
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, Meshuggah, the chain punches. They're like
All right.
and all that stuff. Guys, this is a very important and very serious aspect of what we're doing. If you have an issue with this, if you have problems, if you have anything, you got to tell me. Pull me aside. Say, Sifu, you're out of your mind, or whatever you might be thinking on this. Right? This is very important. It's also very important for our development in Wing Chun. It's important for the development of the AI stuff that we're working on, right? But more succinctly, more specifically, for our uses for the Wing Chun, I need you guys to go and work with the document that is the Wing Chun document. And it's important, guys, because why learn something and then let it float into the ether, right? Write down the things that you've learned personally. Write down the things that you learned from me. Correct any of the indiscrepancies that might be in there, right? This is going to be tantamount to your Wing Chun knowledge and for our mutual growth. Because otherwise, we're doing what I call archiving, and is just too great of a martial art to archive. We need to keep this alive. The only way you keep things alive is by feeding instance, feeding them, right? Feeding it more new, improved information. And then it's local, it's ours, right? It's yours. Right? You can even have different sets of information. You can combine sets of information. So if you take all the libraries, put them in one thing, and have like this crazy ass wizard that just gives you all this random information, right? You can have a lot of fun with this. You're not going to break it, right? I implore you to use it in your life in general. I almost insist that if you're going to work with me in Wing Chun, that unless you come up with a reason why we shouldn't, to use this in your Wing Chun study. It's going to make things faster. It's going to make things more efficient. You're going to find yourself truly engaged in the sequential time. That makes sense.
All right.
No, I asked a question.
Oh, you did? It kind of like cut out. It says something like makes sense, and then it ended at makes sense.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
So what was the question? Because there's
The
the audio.
the app is important. I'm calling it an app. The wizard is important because it is what helps you to be truly engaged. Did you get that
Yeah,
part?
I got all that part. I didn't get the question part. I think you're. Oh, so the question was all that, and then does that make sense? Question mark. Okay, that's what that audio cutout was. Okay. Yes, it does make sense.
Again, this is just more proof why local AI and local systems like the wizard, right? That's why they're so important, right? Because you got online systems that will get that. And so, things break in language models. Things have to be fixed, you know. Um, one that's in your data sets. And then if you want, you can plug it in to the internet. You can plug it in to virtual reality system. You can plug it into an AI system. You can plug it in. You see, it's mobile. It's truly so. This is the very, very beginnings of that mobile AI, that local AI.
Mhm.
But this is the most important part because this is what trains the up and coming.
Right.
Attaching the AI to this is nothing. I showed you. It's nothing. You press the button, you put your API key in there. Done. Right? This does not do voice activation, but that again, that's all system internal. It's not a thing. Right? Getting the data sets, what are called chunks, getting the data chunks, that's the thing. And that is what creates the data chunks. Anyway, the one of the things that let me just close that saying what I'm talking about there. work with it, and forth. You hearing me on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, if there's any objections, of course, let me know, because that would confuse me. This is such an efficient way of leveling up. This is such an efficient way of what do they call scaling our Wing Chun intelligence, and our overall intelligence. I use it for studying. Just
Yeah.
that's great. So one of the things that I learned, well, didn't learn, but was reminded is, and I'm going to close on this. I promise. Being relaxed. Relax. For self-defense. Being relaxed. Being angry. Now, you can pretend to be angry and not actually be angry. So let's get that out of it. Let's just talk without the pretense of pretending to be angry. If you are actually angry, and hey, aren't we? Don't we all? If you're not angry, you're not paying attention, right? So we all should be feeling some anger. If you're not, well, we need to talk. But you also shouldn't let anger overwhelm you or overtake you, or you should feel the sensation, appropriate it, and then of course do something if you feel you need to do something about it. But anger, just anger. Let's talk about anger really quickly. Anger. Why do you not want to be angry in a self-defense situation? Again, let's take why you would be angry. If you maybe anger would get you motivated to actually act or do something or defend yourself. But aside from that, why would you not want to be angry in a self-defense scenario?
Being angry is normally, for the average person, tightens you up a whole lot, and then you get all shaky and stuff like that. Like you're getting like this, like something's happening inside you that you just can't control. Next thing you know, you're just gonna and spasm in a very tight manner. And it's also like really easy to see projection, and it's really easy to tell when someone's actually angry. I just getting all red and flustered, getting all tight, getting all jittery. The tone in their voice flutters. Yeah, they're either maybe one of those like
Excellent.
yeah, they're maybe one of those like
Yeah,
those
excellent.
laughing.
In one word, boil all that in one word. Why would you not want to get angry? And there's probably a lot of answers for this one, but there really is one major pragmatic reason, and it's a one word. What do you think that one word would be?
It's one word. That's just a lot of words.
I know there's a lot of words, but remember, in martial arts, in Wing Chun, it always boils down to what? The first principle. So, as far as anger goes, what is the first principle that, like, above all other words, what is the one word that that anger affects? Anger affects one major. If you have the answer, you could put it down below.
Balance.
Say what? No, it's not wrong, but it's not the first principle.
It's just a guess.
And when I say it, it's going to be interesting if it clicks when I say it. All right, give up. Okay, we have to give up because we got to go. Speed,
I didn't hear it. It cut out when
anger. Yeah, the anger affects. I'm just fucking with you now. Anger affects
it's like cut
speed.
word right now, so it's I
Yeah, it affects speed.
speed. Wait,
Speed.
I didn't know
Anger
principle.
affects.
I think I need to like go back and learn the first principle again or something because I thought it was something else.
Well, there's a lot of anger is a very you got a lot of words that you can connect with anger, but as far as self-defense and first principles, it affects speed. If you're angry, you said all the right things. But then what does that affect? It affects the first thing.
Sarcolemma,
Control, okay, maybe. Balance, okay, maybe. But what do you need to do? You need to quickly do something, right? Not slowly do something. You need to quickly do something, whatever that might be. And so when you're angry, it slows response down. Same thing with anger. Like you got two people angry and they're like, and you're angry because you want to say something back, but you don't because you're not fat. You're too angry, and your brain is too stiff, and so you only think about something to say back a minute later when you pass. It's in your brain and your body. It's if you're angry, then you're slower. It slows things down. Um, it does other things. It expends needless energy and whatnot. Now, is there a place for anger? Yes. But if anger is affecting you physically, then no, it's not serving you, right? So this to me is a really important exercise because, I'm an angry American. You know, things right now to be mad about. And so, what an amazing meditation it is to, you know, take on the anger, then appropriate the anger and not let it slow me down, right? Not let it affect my levels of speed. Bang.
Projection.
So anyway, that's all from that's training for a long time, man. So you are qualified to on your mutual channels. I want you each to have your own org. It doesn't have to be necessary. Yeah. Who you are
Library.
on that
Different
org.
libraries or different lists, I guess, in different lists that is us, right?
You create you can create, yes. What I would actually do is I would recreate this app but for you guys. So then what that would be is we would create the default for you. So that's why I want a downloadable
Master.
version, because if I have a downloadable version, yeah, I can. Then you could just go in there and create your own defaults. Right now, the default is just an instructional orb, a nasty little orb that's trying to get you to touch it.
Black.
Yeah, so that's black hole.
And
So, and there are things that we will be doing with that black ball in the future. In Wing Chun and magic is going to be a very, very multi faceted thing.
yeah, dude,
Just a
I can
technical thing, but a
or,
physical thing.
make a list of random exercise sets or something like that, and hit the ball and be like, "We're doing that today." Yeah,
You can see the value in this and start making some fortunes, man. Sending some fortunes my way to the library, and even more importantly, for you to create your own fortunes. You know, just create one text document, just my fortunes on your phone or whatever, and you can create multiple fortunes, different text documents,
one
all
of
one
the
text
fortunes
document,
I
however
made
you want to do it.
yesterday was it was the horse will need to drink eventually.
Well, the horse will what?
The horse will need to drink eventually. And another one was is the cat in the box? You'd better check.
Where was
I just
that
made it
coming
up.
from?
Well, that was also like part.
Oh, you just made.
That was
Oh,
also a part from
okay,
like
I got you.
Schrodinger, and right, like a takeoff of Schrodinger's cat, and then the other one was a takeoff of the quote of like, "You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink." It's like, yeah, but like it's gonna have to drink eventually. So.
Yeah. But you can feed it salt.
You feed it salt.
Can't lead a horse to water, but you can feed it salt, and it'll just walk there on its.
Yeah, that's a good take. But yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be working with it. I'll apologize if I'm not tweaking on it as hard as you are. But
Well, I had to create it, so there's a
yeah,
lot
I
of
know
coding
it's
involved
interesting.
in creating it. It's like your own child. You think it's beautiful. You know, I don't know what other people think of it. I'm like, hey, look at my baby. Look at my beautiful
No,
baby.
dude,
Right? And
I really like this concept, the randomization concept, and then being able to develop our own lists to have essentially designated fortune balls for specific lists, of
yeah.
information. It's really good. I like that. Yeah.
Listen, you were asking about just a sequential list. You can do that on there.
Yeah.
I
I-
make one long list with dots in between, like dot dot dot. You won't press each one for each one again. We would create a button for that later on, but I can listen. I'm going to probably have to bow to creating that, because if you want to create a tool and there's a request for the tool and you can make it, why not?
yeah.
So sequential order coming up. We'll put a sequential order on
Yeah.
that.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah. There's a
But it will defaulting to
yeah
random.
default random, but yeah, I guess there is a use for sequential too in some instances or some.
Yeah, but there's definitely actually now you're gonna do sequential. I'm that you can
Mm.
AI.
Yeah.
So like you can have a script going between you
Yeah.
and the wizard, and you could ask the question and then touch it to answer. You know. So yeah. Who am I looking at right now? Oh, you're looking at your friend Bob. He's really an asshole. Really? Why is Bob an asshole? Oh, Bob's an asshole because he never brushes his teeth, and then he always wants to get up close to you to talk to you.
After drinking.
Oh, you shouldn't say that about Bob. Press the button. Well, I'm just an AI. I speak my mind. See, I mean, you can have so much fun with this thing. It's goofy. It's fun.
Dude, oh my gosh, you can. Wow, I was just thinking of like total like voice acting skits about that just now. That's so funny. Yeah, wow, you can do a lot with it.
Here's one that I'm looking forward to doing. I'm going to use an AI voice for this. I just might ran out, so I gotta wait till next month. But I'm gonna put a woman's voice to it, and then I'm gonna have it like it's a really like a sexy conversation. So I'll just be on there. It'll sound like I'm talking on the speakerphone to my girlfriend. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for you to get home, honey. My God, you know. Just like,
I baked banana bread.
you're on the speakerphone. Wait.
All right.
Health and fitness just reminds you of things that you can do to keep fit. I think that's a really pragmatic one. A lot of pragmatic lists that we can put in there to help. That's what I'm really excited about. That's why I want people to understand what they can do with this. I've already been using it. I'm using it like night and day. I use it just all day. It's nutty, you know. But I have a thing called rumination. If I don't force my brain to think about stuff, it goes off. Thinks about all kinds of things that happened in the past, things that I can't get off my mind. Yeah.
Connection when space separates you from your opponent.
Chum Q to find distance. Right when I start talking like that, my AI says, "Yeah, find some distance." Yeah, Chum Q. So, all right.
All right.
Fortune, and remember to truly appreciate. I hope that better not have broken up. That better not have broken up. I can't even say that again. That's like advertising gold that just advertising divinity that just kind of showers upon you at the moment when you most need it. Yeah. All right, guys. Share your fortune.